It may surprise you to learn that I'm not actually a professional singer, so I can only sing in about one key. So I have to use a capo to play in any key that's not G. I play in a different key than before I did, but I also can only play in one key. So this is called the Ballad of Local 1549, and one of my old fellow bus drivers, Glenn Gavin, is back here from my days driving a UT shuttle bus, so welcome, Glenn. So, the UT shuttle bus, in spite of the name, is not actually run by UT. It's always been contracted out. And for anyone who comes from states that actually have any union rights, you might think, wow, that's too bad. But it's not here in Texas, because it's illegal for the university or any other government entity to negotiate with the union. So what we had, that our brothers and sisters in the public sector don't have, is the right to strike and to bargain a contract and all that sort of stuff that you generally think of as what unions do. So we had all those rights in spite of sort of working for the university. We were a step removed. But that meant every now and then the contract would change. And either UT or Cap Metro, once they got the big contract, would bring in some other company. And somewhere in the mid-90s, a new company came in. They hadn't even been told there was a union. And they thought, oh, this is a bunch of Southern hicks, we'll just bust their union. And so that didn't go so well. So the next tactic they decided to try was just to write us up and fire us and give us as much crap and make our lives hell and hope we'd all just leave and the union would essentially evaporate. And we did the things you have to do with that. We filed grievances, we went to arbitration, we sat in front of innumerable judges, and we mostly won because they were just pulling all kinds of bullshit. But that wears you out. All of our officers were volunteers. They weren't paid for this. And of course, they had clowns sitting behind a desk who could just do this crap all day. And we thought, well, what are we going to do about this? We don't have the right to strike. It's in the middle of a contract. And if we did that, we would actually be in a whole heap load of trouble. We would actually lose those cases. So we thought, well, let's have a picnic. When you say picnic, what are you talking about? Well, this picnic was the last day of the UT long session. It was May 1st, and it was a work day. And the union said, we're going to be out in the park providing free beer and hamburgers, and we invite everybody from the drivers and the maintenance side to come out to the park. And of course, as the very respectful editor of the union newsletter, I carefully put in, this is not a strike, we're not encouraging people to take off work. And that was the line by all the union officers. The activists who weren't officers were going around telling everybody, you better be at the picnic or you're a fucking scab. And a very menacing tone of voice for people who needed a little menacing. And the day comes along, and there's normally 50, 60, 70 buses running in the afternoon. You could count the number of buses on one hand, and every one of them was being driven by some supervisor who happened to still have a commercial driver's license. And we're all in the park drinking beer and eating hamburgers and throwing frisbees and horseshoes and anything else around we could find. And the lead manager's driving back and forth and glaring at us and taking pictures, and we're pointing and laughing and taking pictures back. And eventually we did get taken to court for us, and the judge said, so they had a picnic, right? Yeah. And he turned to our lawyer and said, do you mind if we just throw this out to you? So this is called the Ballad of 1549, or The Day the Bus Stood Still. And you might recognize the tune, as an old folk musician, old wobbly named Utah Phillips used to say, the Wobblies took the old hymn tunes because they were pretty and changed the words so they made more sense. So this is, you might recognize this as Wildwood Flower, or Red Wing, or any number of other songs that people have robbed the lyrics, robbed the tunes from in the past. Oh, I'll tell you a story of workplace and wrong, how the company and the bosses and the unions were strong. Lend me your ears to tell the power of their will, a tale of the day when the buses stood still. 'Twas spring and the heart shut like people know, but the company stood firm and so push came to shove. Our comrades were fired and the rest stayed night, oppressed by the power of the company's good might. So word it went out from the union always keep, that the drivers and the maintenance would move with their feet. No bus would be fixed, no bus would it run, no workers would stay in the park in the sun. They first finally arrived and they found that fateful day. All the bosses had to work and the workers to pay. Master controlled the park with looks and a good deal, but we held all the power on the day the bus stood still.